Hello and welcome to the Corona Yoga Challenge. Today is day 134. Before you practice, just have a double check of my website. Make sure that you're keeping safe, keeping your body really happy, adapting so that it's really going to suit you. Do subscribe if you'd like to. And we are going to start today by coming down and into all fours. So if you want to bring yourself to a comfortable position so that you're just in hands and knees, and you can let your hips slide from one side to the other side. So you're just going to go with that very, very easy movement across the lower back. And then you're going to tuck your toes under, and instead of going from side to side, we're going to go forwards and back. So a nice long line through the back as the hips slide back. And using your breathing so it starts to feel really smooth, easy, slightly effortless, just like the body wants to move. And then we're going to come up and into dog pose from here. So the hips are going to come back. We're going to press down with the hands to lift up with the hips. We're going to keep the knees a little bit soft. And from here, you're going to bend one knee and it is out through the opposite side of your waist. So just sink into it so you get that lovely feeling of beginning to stretch out. And then come to even, and then opposite knee is going to bend slightly towards the floor. Opposite side of the waist opens out. It's just like you slightly sink your hips back into it, so you get that lovely feeling of the muscles beginning to release out through the breathing apparatus. Bring yourself back round and to the first side again. Gently sink back, open out. Enjoy the movement in your body. And we're going to come to your first side again. So you're just wanting to stay nice and grounded and steady through the hands and the feet whilst you get that feeling of easing it. And then come back to a nice, even, simple dog pose. So feet on the floor, hands on the floor, hips lifted up, back of the neck releasing. You're going to bring your knees down to the ground. You're going to rest your head down and onto the floor or onto your hands, and you're going to let your body relax and breathe. So you get that feeling of the nice wide breath in the back of your body. And then if you bring yourself back and into all fours, we're going to come up to standing now. So we're going to tuck toes under. You're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. Knees are soft so you can rest your elbows onto your thighs, and you're going to release down, and you can be much, much higher up if it feels better for your body. And then you're going to bend your knees, you're going to uncurl, you're going to stretch up and overhead, hands. So now if you bring yourself, so you're going to come stand onto your mat. I'm just going to... If you bring yourself to standing onto your mat so that you've got space out to the side, space in front of you, you're going to take a step forward with one foot. Hand on the same side is going to come forwards, and you're going to imagine that you're almost sending weight down into the standing leg, wide out into the hand, and the back leg can just lift up a little. Bend through the knees, settle yourself back down onto the floor, and then we're going to do the opposite side. So foot steps down, hand on the same side leaves, just ease yourself out and wide into it a little. And then fold the knee in, bring yourself back into standing. We're going to come to your first side again. So I find it really helpful to kind of walk into it. So you're just taking, you can take your one hand up and your one foot up. You can settle them both down, expand out and into it. And keep with that feeling of expanding up and into the top hand. So you can let your hand rest onto your leg or onto your body if you'd like, or take them out. And then bend through the front leg, bring yourself back into standing. We're going to come to the opposite side. So same thing, settle down through the front leg, out through the front hand, expand out and into it. So we come, this is half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. I can't say it when I do it. I thought, too hard, did you see that? My mind went into my Sanskrit rather than into my pose. So from here, gently, steadily, Susanna, find your place. Oh my goodness, I just can't do it. I've just lost it. See, This is a really, really good teachable moment. This is coming back to grounding, coming back into the body, not into the head, thinking about Sanskrit names, back into the experience of moving. So foot comes down and onto the floor, hands come wide, gently expand out, stay up with the top hand. Think about your hand resting onto your leg if you'd like to, or onto the side of your body. Then before you come back up, expand out, down through the front foot, bring yourself back, and to standing, back to settled feet. And if you bring your footself so that your feet are a little bit apart and both feet are facing straight forwards. You're going to let your hands slide down your legs. You're going to lengthen out with your spine. So I'm going to do that from the side so you can see. So we're not rounding the back as in cat pose. We're keeping that little dip at the back of the waist. As you see, ease yourself up and forwards. Keep a little bit of softness through the back of the knees so that the back of the knees don't kind of close down, and we keep that aliveness through the legs and into the feet. And then bend through your knees. You're going to take your hands all the way up and overhead. Stretch them up so that the palms join, sink down through the shoulders. Stay nice and steady with the feet. And then let your hands come out and down. We're going to come down to the floor now, so if you bring yourself to sitting, and if you bring yourself so that your feet are just out in front to start with. I think I need to change this a little touch. So from sitting, feet are nice and steady on the floor. So you've got that feeling of connection down through the feet, down through the balls of the feet, down through the outsides of the feet and down through the heels, the kind of three main areas that we want to make sure are active. You're going to let one hand just rest comfortably, easily around your legs, so it just kind of gently holds them. And then free hand's going to come onto the floor, and you're just going to gently spiral around, and you're going to use your breathing. So as you breathe easily, you're going to see where that movement of the breath takes you to. So rather than thinking of it as a physical movement which you choose where you go to, try to think of it as if I breathe really happily, where does my body move to? Bring yourself back to the centre. And then we're going to swap over to the other side. So again, just settle the legs and the arm together. Hand comes onto the floor. And then just easy out and round. So again, really try to focus in on how you're breathing and how that feels. And choose a pose and a way of moving, or where your body goes to, that suits your breathing perfectly. And then bring yourself back to the centre. You're going to take the leg that you're coming towards, you're just going to post that underneath the other one, and then ease yourself round again. Again, use your breathing, really notice it and be present with your breathing. Come back to the centre, both legs out, and then opposite leg folds under if it's comfortable, and you just ease yourself around in this direction. Take a big wide holiday breath. Maybe big wide's not the right word for it. Take an easy wide holiday breath, and then bring yourself back to the centre. And if you want to bring yourself to a comfortable sitting position, so we're going to do a little bit of breathing just now. So what we're going to do, we've not done it in a while, or at least I've not taught you it in a while, we're just going to do those nice little sips in and then the easy breath out. So it's really important you're adapting this so it feels right for you, so you might do more little breaths in, you might just do one, and then a breath out, it might be quicker, it might be slower. All good. What's important is that you feel connected to your breath and you feel good when you're breathing. So we're going to start with that easy breath in. Easy breath out. Little sips in. Easy breath out. And again. Easy breath out. And then let the body rest. So I have a challenge for you today. And my challenge for you today is I went to see Jenny Beacon, who's a wonderful yoga teacher and one of my main yoga teachers. And her little thought for the day was stand up and stay open. So my challenge for you today is to see if throughout your day you can stand up for you and what's important in your life and have that feeling of stability and strength in your feet, and to stay open to what is and what could be and the bits that you can't control. And just for fun, my quote for you is from Jenny Beacon, and it's exactly the same as your challenge. Stand up and stay open. I enjoyed that. Hope you have a super day. Thank you.